Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, where we break down bullshit so you don't have to. I'm Void, this is No, and let's go.
Welcome, Wellspring Wednesday. Excuse me, sorry, don't mean to be drinking on there for you. So, yep, if you watch Mondays, you know that Void is not feeling well, so he's taking the day off. So, what I want to cover on Wellspring Wednesdays, sorry, excuse me, got the hiccups going on right now, crazy stuff, is boundaries, setting boundaries for your kids, right? So, I have 3 children, and they're all nice in various different ways. They all do interesting things. But one thing that I've been trying to instill is boundaries of when I say it's time for bed, that means we're going to get our teeth brushed and we're going to get in our PJs and we're going to climb in bed and go to sleep, right? So it's hard when you're single and you're doing this because your kids like to kind of flock together, right? In some cases they can. So they'll be wanting one to be with the other or, something like that. So it's about getting boundaries set with your children where, hey, the little one needs to go to bed. If he's calling for you, like let the parent handle it. It's amazing that they want to help out and comfort their siblings, but at the same time, it's a challenge because then it opens up a door for some pushback, right? So I think one thing that we've done in our society in this day and age is we always think that we're supposed to be friends with our kids, or that kind of seems to be the trope, and we're not meant to be friends. We love our kids and we want the best for them. But if we really want the best for them, we need to be willing to sacrifice the nice persona, if that makes any sense. I mean, what I'm getting at is we have to allow ourselves to be viewed as the bad guy, right? Last night, my youngest son told me, "I don't love you," because I was making him go to bed. It's your bedtime. Stay in your bed. Do not move. I don't love you. Right? Hurts. Don't get me wrong. Definitely hurts. You don't want to be told that. But at the same time, he is reacting out of his baser emotions. He's not reacting with a full logical thought process of like, hey, I understand why you're saying I need to go to bed. I need to get some sleep because we had a big morning scheduled for this morning. So we needed to get to sleep in order for us to be able to wake up in the morning and do what we needed to get done. Right. So I would love to know how you guys parent. What do you believe that setting boundaries and then holding boundaries is appropriate? Do you believe that letting your kids do whatever they choose without any structure is right? Because I've seen some videos of some people who push that parenting philosophy and their kids seem well acclimated. I don't necessarily agree with that method, and more or less because that's not how I was raised, and that could be my bias-y coming out, right? So it's an interesting thought process, I think, and it would be wonderful to see some of the other aspects or hear some of the other stories of doing things slightly different, right? Void and I have talked about this before about I like to give choices, but ultimately those choices are going to be leading to the outcome I want to have happen anyway, right? They're not old enough to fully understand. And as they get older, those choices become a little bit more advanced where the outcomes might be slightly different than I want, but ultimately you were going towards the same goal, right? So that's kind of my parenting style and my philosophy on it. I'd love to hear some other people's, and then this might be a conversation that we might have a little when Void's feeling better and we're back next week. We might see what Void has to say on this and get his thoughts and his parenting style down. I do know his kids are super respectable or respectful, and because of that, I respect them back. Very smart, very courteous. My kids can be very smart, very courteous, and for the most part, they're amazingly respectful with other people. I always take it as a good sign when they're comfortable enough to push the boundaries in their own home. That means I'm doing my job right, I think, right? Because you want your children to push those boundaries. You want your children to explore and learn their own identity and do it in a safe manner. So I think that is a sign that they're comfortable, that they're loved, and that they're growing. So we'll leave it at that. I'd like to have this conversation again with Void present and see what his thoughts are. Would love to hear some comments. That way we can facilitate a larger conversation around this. Till next time. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.